Welcome back to Rate Podcast. Another Pistons episode today. Still been on the tear. Just recently beat down on the Jazz, Brooklyn Nets. Took a weird little loss to Denver, but like how they played against the Celtics, Clippers, Atlanta. As we kind of talked about, we feel like they've done a good job of kind of playing every kind of game. You play close game. They've been handling some business against inferior teams.
Mhm.
You love to just kind of see, like I said, close game, gritty win against the Clippers, and then they beat down on the defending champs. As we were watching it, essentially as we was recording the pod last week. So I kick it over to you, Eve. Got the Clippers again, 10:30 tonight. But yeah, I just want to see your thoughts on the last week of basketball. We can just kind of unpack the last few games and how things been going so far.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess starting off with that Boston win last Wednesday, I think phenomenal dub there. I Boston's sitting number one in the East right now, or number two in the East. I defending champs. I think anytime you can take care of Boston, whether on the road or at home, that superior of a team, or that what's on paper that superior of a team, I think that just adds confidence to the squad. We're a young team, and I think right now we don't know. It's kind of like the with the old mantra of all freshmen in March Madness. They don't know that they're supposed to be scared. I kind of feel like that's how we are. We're playing with house money right now.
Hmm.
Coming off of the last couple of seasons, we if we would have finished with we have 35 wins right now. We would have finished the season with 35 wins. We'd have been sitting here pretty damn happy. We'd have talked about
Yeah,
how we're competing for a play in. If this would have happened, if that would have happened, if Ivy wouldn't have went down, such and such. So I'm looking at all of that and say, we're playing with house money. Tough loss to Denver. I think some,
that
coming
was a
off
BS though.
a lot of BS calls in there, coming off in 9 games in a row. I mean, you're bound to hit a wall a little bit. And then you bounce back 2 times in a row with a couple of good dubs. And then just to hop on that Utah game, that was, you know, just truth be told, I did not watch a lot of it live. I watched bits and pieces of it live, and I went back and watched that YouTube highlight. The YouTube highlight is exactly that. It is a dunk fest. We are running. We look like the Showtime Pistons out there. It's fun to watch. We got the big men running the court, dunking on everybody, enduring. Ivy or not Ivy, my bad. Cade running the show.
Yeah,
Beasley out there shimmying and hitting threes left and right. So I think we are we we kind of got a swagger and persona about us. You see NBA Twitter talking about how we are a little physical, kind of bad boy
Detroit crash
Pistons mantra
outs.
coming back. It's you said what?
Detroit crash outs.
Crash. Detroit crash house. I like it. No, we're gonna crash out right to this about 42, 45 wins this year. And I
Yeah.
think that is,
Mhm.
you know, I you could not ask for much more coming off what we've been through the last couple of years. And
No, for sure.
I don't think it's fool's gold. I think it is bright, you know, the right things happening over time. We sat there, we did not take on bad contracts. We didn't try to go get I remember you put a podcast a couple of years ago. I was telling us to go get um DeAndre Ayton. Go ahead and go. I was telling us to go spend money and get Cam Thomas, which I'm still not that mad at. But we
Yeah,
were trying to spend lots of money here and there. But if we would have did that, we would not have the squad we got now. We would not be rolling like we do now with clean books going forward. And just it all came together well, bro. And I'm looking at next 20 games, not to jump too much ahead here, but the next 20 games, I there's no reason we shouldn't be, I think, above 500 in the next 20 games.
I agree. Yeah, I think favorable schedule too.
Yeah.
We was just talking about it. We got good little West Coast trip here. Got the Clippers already beat them. Lost to Golden State. Got to go out to Portland. I think we can go 2-1, 1-2. In that 3-0 would be great. Obviously, kind of like weather that little storm. But you got Washington back to back. You got
Yep.
OKC. Got New Orleans. Miami, Dallas, some teams that are starting to fizzle out a little bit as we get later into the season. Probably gonna start honestly shutting down some guys. The playoffs start to kind of become
Yeah. So
um,
right after that Dallas game that'd be the ninth game. I'm looking at
yeah,
this, dude. The first, let's add New Orleans in there to that first 10 games,
Mm-hmm.
7-3.
Yeah, 7-3, 6-4.
Yep. Yeah. And then you got another
41, yeah, 41,
yeah.
31.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
With a month of basketball, 10 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then that back half is when you play Spurs without Wimby. They're gonna be trying to
Yeah.
do something to get first round pick. They probably ain't gonna be trying to win. Cleveland will be fighting to for some upper class seeding in there, so they probably wanted that dub.
Yeah.
Um, and then to jump ahead to the end, you got Milwaukee twice. So I think that a couple of division games there is gonna really, really. I think we probably should have did a little more research, but I know that division games matter a little more. So I think you we want to clean up that division record anyway, because that's you break down anything from our road record, home record, whatever. We are far worse overall percentage wise in the division. We're like
For
4 and
sure.
13 or something. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we are probably in the toughest division in basketball. Um,
Yeah. I mean, got the one seed in there. Giannis. I mean, Pacers, they ain't no slouch. They like the three seed or the four seed right
mhm.
now. Yeah. But no, yeah. I mean, this is, like we've been saying about the last what month. This has all just been like icing on the cake. Like a lot of this, I mean, they've been playing some tough matchups, beating some teams they weren't supposed to be beating, or kind of catching some teams on the road, catching some teams slipping on the road. Um, so it's been awesome. And I think what I liked about it too is, K, because now he was on a heater from about December until about a week ago.
Yeah.
But I like how, he's been struggling a little bit, but we was able to, we only lost one game after winning, rattling off nine straight. And that Denver game, we're gonna dig into that one a little bit because that was a little funky. Mike
Yes.
Malone got that T in the first quarter, and it was pretty much like kind of downhill from there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how Duran and Stewart got 3+ fouls before
That's what I was
half.
going to point. That's what I was going to point out. And and yeah, if you start jumping into it, and you know, you cannot defend Jokic in Denver when you take away our two best um big men defenders. I think you
Mhm.
limit them and what they can do, and then you just open up their entire offense. And obviously
Yeah.
they're a great team. They've been in the hunt for the last 3 or 4 years, but the way we're playing, we could put anybody back against the wall. And but that's exactly what happened to us. Our hands are tied. Um, when we can't, when we got we got to play Von versus play
Hmm.
whoever. So I think that's
Yeah.
tough. It's um, but also coming off of all those wins, I mean, we were flying so high. Um, you know, I agree with you, but how many games do you want to win in a row? You 9, 10. It's if we would have lost that,
Yeah.
we won two since then. That mean we'd be up to 12 in a row.
Kind of
At some
nuts.
point, at some point something's got to give. But you don't want to see
Yeah.
you would like to see, like you said, keep beating that upper echelon team.
Hmm.
Know that and put it on us a little bit. Know that you can keep your composure to not get fouls if you know that you got to play MVP in Jokic this tonight.
Right.
We got to make sure to not fall for his tricks. We got to make sure we do X, Y.
Hmm.
So no, I'm right there with you, bro. It's uh, but the way we're winning games, like you said, we're winning many different ways. But most importantly, defense is very consistent.
Yeah.
We are it's modern defense. It's not bad boy defense of the 1990s.
Right.
It's not back to work Pistons instead of mid 2000s. We're
Yeah.
playing lockdown defense in today's modern era, where that means there are certain time periods, a 2 minute stretch, a 3 minute stretch, where you are disruptive, you're locking things down, you
Hmm.
are taking away certain things they want to do throughout the night, and it's just kind of keeping their rhythm off, and that's what
Yeah.
we're really good at. I think we've in
Like
this. Sorry.
if you throw off if you like the last five games, you take out the Denver game just because that game was just a fluke, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Mike Malone just kind of got into their heads of the refs, and it was pretty much a wrap after that. But Clippers, 97 points. Boston, 97. And we beat them by 20. Brooklyn, 94. Beat them by 20. Was that 31?
Mhm.
21. I'm tripping. And then Utah, they had 106. We also put up 134. That game was pretty much over by, halfway through the third quarter.
Yep.
So I think like they started to, I mean, they had, like you said, it's not modern NBA. You kind of go back, they gave 143 to the Atlanta, still won, 110 a couple times in Chicago and San Antonio. There was blowouts. held Chicago to 92, beating them by 40. So there's that's the thing I feel like I'm noticing is they doing this a good job. I mean, we got this rim protection. I feel like kind of came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Like I feel like Stewart, he was always nice with it, but Duran, he has taken a leap on both sides of the court. And
Mhm.
that's really what's like, I think it sparked it too. Like they even saying he might be a little bit more deserving of uh player, and I'd be disappointed if at least him, I think him, Asar, and Stu all got a case to be on all defensive team. I think they do three
One of the
teams.
three. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should all be on there too. If they finish a 45, 48 wins, something like that, I think definitely all deserve to be on there.
No, I'm right there with you. And I think that was great point out to, we were hovering around 100 as far as I'm trying to find what we actually are giving up a game, but hovering around 100, in a lot of those games throughout the last month,
Yeah.
as far as defensively. And then, in the crazy 130 or 140. I mean, I think the way that people shoot threes nowadays, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
What you want to see is that we want to play defense. We want to be physical. And that's what's going to come matter the most in their playoffs. When the team has throughout the year, they've had moments where, okay, we're locking in here, we're going to get some stops, we're going to get back in this game, or we're going to expand this lead here. And then players like Duran and Ivy, Sar, Ron Holland, even Cade did you up.
Yeah.
You
No, for
working all
sure.
of them guys, um, and they're all young. And how often do you get that many young guys to want to commit to the defensive side of the ball? And I think what we see is you watch any of our highlights, we turn so much defense into offense. And I think that's all what they're looking for, looking to get them steals so we can run the floor and get a highlight dunk. Looking to get the steals because we know Cade is going to get us the ball. If I run the floor, he's going to get us the ball. I think we're doing a very good job of just kind of playing sound basketball all across the way. We don't, not too many people take bad shots on the team. You know, one thing we haven't mentioned yet, all the three shooting we talk about, and every night I look, Pistons 70 points in the paint. Pistons,
Hmm.
I think versus Boston, I think it was like 70 to 22 as far as some crazy
So
discrepancy
much.
as
Yeah.
far as points in the paint. If you can do that on your any given night and hit some threes, hit 10, 9, 10, 11 threes in a game,
Hmm.
get 80 points in the paint, you're gonna win so many games when the team you're playing is just off that night. They're
Yeah.
clanking that ball off the rim. They're three of not three, they're 7 of 31 from three. You're on
Hmm.
your ass that night because we don't go away from this.
And it's
Um,
efficient basketball too.
yes.
Because you got teams like the Celtics, they shoot 43s a game, but that's just how they build, But like, I don't know. I mean, you kind of play. It kind of just feels like good, like little like inside out, like just dominating in the paint. That's how you get teams in foul trouble. That's how you become the aggressor. And that shows we're getting a lot of easy baskets. Playing good defense, coming back, getting fast breaks. We got like Showtime Lakers low key.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some of these these plays the last couple months that Cade on a fast breaker, Thompson on a fast break. We had Schroeder throw a lob to Malik Beasley the other night.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Everybody eats
yeah,
beats. Yeah.
yeah, right. It's crazy how it's just get like, yeah. I mean, literally, I mean, we play like 11 deep too. And
Mhm.
we ain't even got Ivy.
Yeah. And
Not
keeping the guys fresh. That 11 deep is keeping the
yeah,
guys fresh. We not as much as I do like him as a coach, we're not Thibodeau as far as our entire starting lineup plays 39
just run
minutes.
him into the ground.
Yeah, and just
Yeah,
running him into the ground. We've seen that happen. We've seen it
yeah.
happen. Sorry for it happening. We've seen it happen with D Rose. We've seen it happen
Yeah.
with
They literally fell apart in the playoffs
James.
last
We've
year.
seen
Their
it. Yeah,
team just depleted. Like they just started getting
yeah.
hurt.
No, every night they play mad minutes, and
40 some
that's just not
minutes.
sustainable.
Right.
Versus us, we spread it out.
You're right.
I'd be willing to bet nobody on our team was playing over 35 a game.
Yeah,
Uh, and there's sometimes, and selfishly for Cade, I'll be like, leave him in the game. I want him to get 35. Leave him in the game. But no, let's keep him. Let's keep everything copacetic. Let's
for sure.
keep his bigger vision going. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm
But
with you
no,
there.
I think
Yeah,
great overall spot, bro. We
for sure.
We right
I
now
think
hunt Boston, not Boston, I'm tripping. Bucks and Pacers
Pacers.
are all 35. I think we 35 and 27, and they're 35 and 25.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right there in the mix. Right there in the mix. But I do want to. I have a. I want to. Got a topic here. I want to just debate or just talk through real quick. Um. So I don't know. I do be trying to like speaking. I do think Devin Booker gonna come home at some point. You can put that on record. I do feel like it's gonna happen at some point. Now I gotta look up his contract because whether because I'm kind of pulling back on trading the house for him. I think got
Yeah,
to give a couple more years to kind of see what we got, and maybe he'll just kind of walk in and show up.
right.
And I mean,
No,
somebody gonna have to move. Somebody gonna be outside looking in. But I just want to see your thoughts on like you want to just kind of see how this go for a couple of years, or like if we could sign somebody, that's a different story in off
yeah.
season. But like how you felt trying to keep the core together, and like what would you how long do you want
Well,
to see it kept together before you want to see a move like
for sure.
that?
So it's funny you say this. I literally had this exact same talk with my dad today about KD. So
Okay.
um I personally would like so my this is what I would say. If we could sign a player in free agency, by all means, I'm open to it, whatever that looks like. I know they're talking about Nas Reed might hit free agency.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not on the Booker KD level, but I would like to keep the core together because I'm not, there's not too many players in the league. I think I would trade Ivy or Cade for right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Um,
Nobody.
so Duran and Stewart and all of them, I think they play well together. Are they open to be traded? I guess if the price is right, I'm not mad at it. But what I don't want to see happen is what I said earlier to my dad was I don't want to see a package of Duran, Ivy, Tobias Harris, and a first round pick for fucking KD,
Right.
and then KD comes back
35-year-old
here,
KD,
and then
yeah.
it's the same problem that we always have. He goes to the good young team that gets liquidated to get him. So I
Mm-hmm.
think, and then it's the which might be fun, but I don't want it. But then it's the Cade and KD show. I think that's not
Right.
or the Cade and Booker shows. So I think we keep this core unit together, especially if we make some real noise in the playoffs. If we win
Mm-hmm.
the playoff round, regardless of who our opponent is, we got to roll with this team till wheels fall off, or
Yeah.
till we see otherwise. Uh,
Yeah. I agree.
and then if we knock on wood for us fizzle out and we go somehow 40 and 42 somehow the rest of the day we win 5 and 15 the next, okay, we can kind of go back to the drawing board. Okay, what happened, whatever. But I think we win the playoff series, we got to roll with this squad.
For
um
sure.
and I think we got some things to figure out. Beasley, as much as I love him, I think he's going to try to break the bank this offseason. So we got to try to figure out some things like that.
Like it
Ivy,
2 year, 50 million.
yeah, yeah, I would take that. Ivy is going to be due a payday here soon. I think he was the year after Cade. Cade just got paid, so
Yeah.
I think we got to figure out a
That'd
little
be
bit of
interesting
that.
though, because he ain't gonna be on no max.
No, no. So that in general could get interesting of how
Mm-hmm.
team friendly or not that would be. I guess
He'd
kind
be
of what's your
like,
thoughts on breaking it up or
yeah. Well, pulling up Devin Booker's contract is interesting. Like, I don't know, I kind of saw that 2 to 3 year mark. Or he getting paid 53 next year, 57 year after that, 61. Then he's an unrestricted free agent, 28, 29. So that almost the timeline would almost line up to where it's like, okay,
yeah,
let's see what happens with Ivy, Thompson, Holland, you know. Say we just get stuck in the second round back to back years or get into the conference finals and kind of fizzle out or something. This is hypothetically speaking. Because it's gonna be tough. It's a tough little like you got Giannis, Tatum and all them, Cavs. Like it's pretty loaded in the East right now. I feel Knicks.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think you got at least got to try to see it through. You got to try to. I think like you said, like one thing if we fizzle out this year and like wheels fall off for whatever reason, maybe look a little closer at some stuff. But like if we can add another piece or two and keep Beasley and do some things like that. Yeah, I think you got to see how Thompson and some of the other guys develop because hell, we might have next Devin Booker type player on the roster. We just ain't like we know we got. we got like a James Harden, Luka Doncic type player in the roster already. We might have that Batman just kind of, Ivy might just need a little bit. I mean, it might have been this year for Ivy. He was hooping before he got hurt.
Yeah.
But we'll
Let
see,
me
because I know some guys get lost in the shuffle in the wreckage. You know what I'm saying? Like if they do progress and start, trying to get over that hump.
yeah, I think we both agree that Cade seems to be this untouchable cornerstone, and we can migrate pieces around him. We've seen what we
Yes.
need shooting, we need some defense, and we need some running. And I kind of think maybe obviously we're extrapolating a year or two, but a year or two out from now, um, we that's what we just got to keep around him. I think he's only going to get better, and then you push that issue with him, spread the floor. I mean, he's the walking 30 future 38-8 guy.
Yeah.
Um, and then build that team like I think they always do need a good counterpart. Whether it's Luca with Kyrie, or whether it's LeBron and Luca now, or whatever the case may be. I think you always do got to
Mhm.
have that good counterpart. So I look for him with that, and I think truth be told, Beasley has stepped up for that for him since everything has happened. But this year, there's not too many teams. I think in a 7 game series, Boston scares me. I really wouldn't want to play Giannis and Dame for 7 games. Um, Cleveland, I don't see them winning a championship, but I wouldn't want to run into them round one.
Yeah.
Outside of them, we can get the Knicks ass. We can get in Indiana. Um,
I agree.
um, and other than them, I mean, we really are beating up everybody ass.
Yeah.
So, and then just this is a crazy stat, real quick. So on our team, leading minutes per game, Cade 35, Ivy 29, Beasley 28, Duran 25, and then it's downhill from there. Knicks, Brunson 35, Carl Towns 35, Mikal Bridges 37, OG 37, Josh Hart 38.
Bro, like last year, they literally just fell
And
apart
then
last
it's a huge fall off. And Cameron Payne 14.
year. It's nuts. It's not sustainable.
No, it's not
They already don't look
sustainable
that
at
great. Like
all.
it's 20 game. I mean, they've been a little shaky. Then they
Yeah.
got like a losing record after the All-Star break. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. So,
It's setting
I
up.
think we proven we got a coach who's been through the fire a little bit.
See it now. We're
And,
gonna get
he's
them.
also, I think, another thing we ain't talked about, I don't think so far. He's fucking motivated. I think he
Yeah.
felt wrong for getting fired off that team. That's why he flew
Yeah.
out and met with, I think, would he fly meet Ron Holland when he didn't even have a contract or something? Like
Hmm.
he's motivated. And I think
Yeah.
there's nothing better than that. Ivy's motivated, or Cage. I keep fucking mixing it. Cage motivated. I think Beasley's motivated. Beasley thinking he got
Yeah.
50 million coming. You got this coach who feels wronged. Um, and it's all a perfect storm.
Guys, Isaiah Stewart's like to fight. If we play New York, they're gonna be about 8, 9 fights in that series. You already know, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I really would love for us to play New York. That
Yeah.
would be the welcome call we need. Be getting that ass.
The Garden.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, getting that ass. Go win at the Garden. Come back home, bro. It would be, uh, and it catapult us to play, whoever the second round,
Yeah.
Boston or something. It'd be, and then it is what it is after that. But I was looking at these numbers. He out here. He has the workhorses. He running these boys into the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. No, it'd be. Yeah, I'll be. I'm curious to see how things are gonna turn out. Like I said, the schedule is favorable. I think we've been looking at it like it's next five. Got Clippers tonight, Golden State Saturday, Portland Sunday. Win one or two out of there. You got to beat Washington back to back. You got to. Tough little matchup with OKC. We'll see how that look. New Orleans, Miami, Dallas. I mean, there's this opportunity there to get some of these teams. You're gonna be on the road quite a bit, but I'd say it's about even, about half and half. But yeah, I think 20 games left. They can, hover around 500, 12-8,
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm thinking 12-8,
13 and 7.
13-7. Yeah, I think
Some of
that'd
these
be.
teams, they're gonna start to pack it in. So, you hope,
Yeah, I think we had this conversation in 2 weeks. we'll see who's like, all right, they fighting for that Cooper flag first pick.
Hmm.
They fighting for
Right.
a different stuff. I think
Yeah.
Spurs
Like,
messing, but Spurs might not play Fox the rest of the season or something. I mean, it'd be you never know
yeah.
what they got cooking. So
This is random. If you want to talk about the perfect rebuild, OKC got like three first round picks this upcoming draft.
they
They got the Clippers and I forgot the other one.
no,
Might
they
might
have
be
so many. I've looked at it before. They have
or down. I think they got Dallas's, something like that.
no, they can do whatever they want. And all them players,
Mhm.
they'll probably this is a whole nother conversation. They're very good, but if they don't win a championship, they'll probably start to liquidate some of that team,
For sure. You got some
especially with
pieces.
all that. Yeah.
They could get some guys. Like they
Hmm.
could like Devin Booker
Yeah.
ship off. They got a whole bunch of they got so much talent on that team that don't even be playing. It's crazy.
Right. But no, they've robbed everybody for every pick. And then
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That was a good feeling, man. We ain't even got to talk about no draft lottery.
no.
Hell with the pick. It'd be great to have it first. It's all good. It's all good. I'll take this.
Yeah.
Give me a
And I
playoff
think
team.
we owe the pick to the Knicks. So getting the Knicks ass in the playoffs, not so bad.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
work. Yeah, had them do their little draft prep a little sooner than
Yeah.
they wanted to.
Y'all just spent 200 million this offseason and then didn't do nothing. And then we was
Yeah.
coming off a bottom feeder. So
God, Jalen Brunson, I don't know. He gave up that 100 mil. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
would not be.
Can't beat the Celtics in the regular season.
Any playing up in New York, probably second to only California and Texas. No, nope.
Kiss that
Most
goodbye.
expensive living. No.
Mm-mm. Tell the front office figure it out.
I'm gonna need a. Can I get a rebuttal on what I signed? Yeah.
Right, yeah, for real.
This was
Yeah,
under the contingency we would be winning championship.
right, right. She got that in the fine print. If we go get to the conference
Yeah, you
finals
mean I don't
next
have
couple years.
Otani back in part of this contract? You mean I don't have That's what I
Oh
thought
my
I was
goodness,
signing. That's what I did.
man, that's hilarious.
But
But
no,
yeah,
you
no,
had
I'm
it.
looking forward.
Yeah. No, what?
Get on this couch, get ready for this little uh Clippers game. Watch enough as much as I can before I fall asleep. But yeah, I'm just excited. Excited to be excited for Pistons basketball. They rolling right now. I know they're gonna keep it going. And just excited to see where we're gonna be at here next couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be back at you next week. March Madness coming up. We'll try to get into the a little more nuances of that, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we ain't
Man,
that bad, bro. We just
you
can't
said
lock in for some reason.
I know.
Yeah, we'll be back at you though.
All right, peace out.
Peace.